Hello viewers and welcome to a new episode of your program when I talk to the camera with me, Konnah Sesay. Because of the many concerns we traders and non-raised about the ITAS machine where NRA introduced of late, today the Sierra Leone Importers Association called for a public-private dialogue with the National Revenue Authority. We will go inside the Freetown City Council auditorium for witness the dialogue. Hello, welcome to this interview. Tell me your name.
Me, if not table again.
What thing are your name and whose business you do?
Mayatu Loba. Me, I want to talk to Fatima Bio directly. This GST, me and I call it GSTV. Would they pay NRA? Would they pay City Council? They some of we. Now they take care of who picking them. Then they go good school. The man that don't have good picking them. It's not easy for we. Then they can put them with the pay custom. I'm a Fatima Bio. Pastor go take my credit. You know, woman, I look inside there for make you come. They say, what I can buy, you register a machine. Who go pay? Some of we not government money. Who not kill we? Not kill we. Now my credit, sir. Who not kill we? Who not buy we? This message I send directly to Fatima Bio. Very rich president.
Hello, welcome to this interview. Tell me your name, the business we they do, and what are you concerned about the GST machine?
Well, the whole concern about this machine, you know, the meeting don't come about, but the education won't get with this machine, you know, go right. One make you know go right, when you go fit, you know go adjust because this same GST they pay in different ways. And Papa government for understand say the masses put and our following work for we, no satisfy and we will enjoy. So with the masses, if we enjoy, then the government don't enjoy, the country don't better meet. But if you're an importer, you don't go pay imports, then you don't go pay 15% GST, you don't pay your custom clearing forwarding, then you don't pay your taxes. At the end of the day, city council whatsoever, all to that in order for the government take deal for satisfy the masses. But now government they ask we say we for impose the masses for pay GST to each amount to the sale. What's the development, what's the improvement at the country where government will cater the masses for pay to what they for pay for. For example, me they sell clothing, they use about 60,000, then they come and go pay 15% to the masses. Me for impose, let government impose first to the masses, sanitizer, when they accept, then bring the machine. But for until then, we don't need the machine because they put the burden on with the business they put them. Because the masses when they can't consume this thing from we, they're not going to accept.
Ever since when this machine came into existence, how it don't create a change now your business and price list?
The machine not change, but it bring destruction and slow business. All the consumers on the camp because of these machines, then they run away and go buy in the street. So now government they try to tell you, and with the type of cater, if government not can introduce decision, with the local shop, we go outside, we sell because when we outside as street sellers, we know we get machines. So government, no to GST, no to GST, no to GST.
Hello and welcome to this interview. Tell me your name and which type business you they do.
Me na Aja Prosper. I dey sell Malamatomo streets. Like me so. Na small shop I get. And I not ever tell we say na machine then go take that outil number for. Then say what they go for go pay we NRA bills then. So go they use through phone. Me like me so and then tell me. Me shop na very small shop. And I not get all the varieties they what fee say. Me like me so I forget machine. Na very small shop.
So how much na the percentage when they tell you say you for pay to that machine there?
They say 15%. For any sales one make 15%. Tell me true. If I sell 20,000, I put na the machine. Like 10 days just I sell 20,000, I put na the machine. What I put? How much come on? Na 17,000 me get. The balance me no. They me not even understand better self. But the machine.
But una we not understand about how for use this machine. When una raise una complaints them to NRA, what did they tell una?
Well, the complainants so because na just 1 week what they give the machines there. And some of you not even understand better how for use the machine there. You know say that na machine. You get for take your time. We go for the make mistake. If they make wait for we like so almost done, they say na so thing una for pay. It go better for we than they go put machine. Because until we can for make mistake. Like many days we come on at school. Wait till see I claim up. It go press. Now anything come on. I just press my total. I must come on. Now me 1 grain no. So you don't see that they all losses so we and some of we go for pay shop rent, we go for pay host rent. After that, if we don't pay shop rent and host rent, we go buy market. And now man they give woman money for nothing. When they give money, then they request other thing for you back. And they say, Leone no gare. They get an agare they want to go gare. Nagare they want to go gare. So you don't see, some of them microcredit to live on. Because I no go gare for can't take care of me picking or my family. So pass I for take microcredit. So you don't see, and most of them don't go to office so. Boku, they go buy market, like how they buy market. The left give another office is there. Why is we need to get better sell right now? All that don't another office there. All they go buy market right now. Then they left to themselves. Then they buy gin, then they buy lace. Then they left to themselves. When I say Friday now, all the travel going at this Guinea road. So you don't see.
Let you thank you too.
If you go na shop, you can't pay 50% for anything. But how much can left for the month? From there, go pay for house rent, go buy it. And government tell anybody come buy something at shop, they for put 15% for each citizen. Anything may they buy, they for pull out. I want the government tell we how much we they get. Now when they pay with 500,000, the government they put 15% for anything you come buy in a shop. Military at 350,000 I left for we at minimum wage when they pay with 500 or 600. And let them answer that question for we. Now, and secondly, 50% na boku money for businessman and for the pool.
Alright, as you say, 15% na boku money for businessman and for the pool. How much should be they pay NRA?
Okay, now in normal country like Dubai now.
How much should be they pay NRA before the machine they come?
Normal now we they pay for every month or every year for the shop. Because when we do clearing, government they put money from there from the NRA. But my main concern is for the citizens of Sierra Leone, they for pay 15% for each consumer that they buy. Even Dubai, when I Dubai, people only pay up to 15% for what they consume from the shop.
Right, so what thing will be your message to NRA in regards to how much percent if you say them for pay?
For the NRA for the 15% too much for each citizen, but they pay for the country. Now, boku money.
Let you take it.
The one no they pay 15%. In America, that's 7.5%. Dubai na 5.5%. Why citizens of Sierra Leone may not they hand up to $100 for pay 15%?
Let you take it.
Message.
Purchase is skin beauty enterprise. So what really confused me about NRA, we get one example I want give you. I get one car where they sell 1,800,000 euros, 1,800,000. Now 1,800,000, NRA tell me I will pay for 15%. You times this by 15%, it will come out 1,800,000 times them by 15%. It will come out 270,000. 270,000, 1,800,000 plus by 270,000. It will come out 2,700,000. So the customer don't come to me. He plans buy 1,800,000. I don't sell them for 2,700,000. And remember one thing, in back get for go sell them by dozen. The dozen you get for divide them 2,700,000 divided no by 96. You understand? In back get for put it get in 15%, you go 30% when a GSC.
With all them concerns here where they make, somebody go wonder before this machine they come, how much should be they pay NRA?
Me be they pay 5%. I be they pay. I get all me taxing. I they pay pharmacy board. I they pay NRA. I they pay Freetown City Council.
So you dey try for say the increase is too much from 5 to 15?
If me they ask me, even 5 Dubai when I Dubai now 5%. Dubai get one system where you the inside or you get another company where they do the you know they pay you 5%. Like me, my own business inside Dubai. If this customer come, I go able to cover up. You know pay that 5%. You know that's 5%. Dubai in 5% when me get me business. This customer they buy in lump. You don't pay 5%.
So the issue here where you describe for race is that not to the machine are the problem, but not the percentage not the problem.
No, the machine I don't answer. If I get chance, I don't need the machine. I don't answer today, I don't answer tomorrow. Part of me. Like me, I able to get me money. I left the country, I don't get problem with that. I they close the business. On the list man where they buy 1 dozen and 2 dozen. Like the comrades they when they able, some of them they pay for the school at the beginning. So if me go left that one and they, how the able can buy after 2, 1 dozen and retail abacha skit, savu skit and waka? How?
Plenty thank you too.
Madam Coach, I want to welcome you to this interview.
Thank you so much.
You just had a meeting with the Importers Association in Sierra Leone.
Yes.
And they raised several issues. To
Yes.
start with, how do you see this meeting?
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you to the association for inviting us to finally have met with them, because we have tried several times to have a dialogue with them. And as I said during my opening, that the last 2 years when we started, especially with the implementation of the ECR, we have tried to meet with different business communities. We have tried to meet with the Indian community, the Lebanese community. We have actually even met with the European Union business communities, just to tell them exactly about the reforms that we have had. We have tried severally to meet with the Importers Association. So we were very pleased when they reached out to us to say we want to have a dialogue with you, and we wasted no time. We came out today to meet with them, and you guys saw the crowd that came out. And I'm glad that they came to us with their issues, many of which we were able to handle and respond to, many of which we were not, and those that we're not able to respond to, we're going to take it back to the Commissioner General and indirectly as well to the Ministry of Finance to start addressing them, so we can come back to them and continue the dialogue.
And among the concerns they raised had to do with the introduction of the ITAS machine, the GST, tariff, and the like.
Yes.
And also they say increase in taxes.
Yes, there hasn't been any increase in taxes. If anything, there has been a decrease in taxes. As the Commissioner explained clearly, at customs, the import GST on cement and iron rod went from 10 to 5%. And again, we have explained over and over that GST is zero on rice. I mean, we have said that over and over. And the 15% GST on services and product is not new. All we are doing is we are going from using the book, the GST book, which is paper, which is cumbersome, which is inefficient, to the ECR machine, which is more efficient, is cost less, it saves them a lot of money, and most importantly, it does the process effortlessly. And as you guys heard when they were talking, they don't want the machine. And I made it very clear to them that we are an agent. NRA is an agent. The Ministry of Finance has given us instructions to implement the ECR machines to make life easier on the taxpayers. However, with all the concerns that they brought today, we're going to take it back home, and then we will come back and dialogue. One thing that they talked about, which makes a whole lot of sense to us, is the groupage. I mean, this groupage, we're under the assumption that they have a way to work it out amongst themselves. And as you guys heard, the groupage is when they use one person's taxpayer ID to bring in the goods at what key. And when they come in, the person whose tax ID is used gets the benefit for the import GST. Now, all the others whose ID is not, or whose taxpayer is not on the document, they do not get the benefit. So what we are going to do now is we are going to go back in-house, because when we're having a discussion, we thought that there is something in one of the finance acts that discusses or addresses the groupage. So we are going to go back now and sit down and see how we can come back to the table to make sure that everyone who is part of that groupage benefits from the import GST. But by and large, I am glad that we had this discussion today. And as I said, it's just the beginning, and we will continue the dialogue, because they are such an important sector to the taxes that we collect. I mean, as you heard during the introductory, they risked their life during COVID to go out there and bring in businesses. So the best we can do is to provide that enabling environment to make sure that they pay their fair taxes, to make sure that when they pay their taxes, we're able to provide the government services that the government provides so well.
All right. Listening to some concerns raised by traders out there, one may tend to ask, is it that there were no pre-occasions when people were sensitized on how to use these machines and what the purpose of the machine stands for before the machines were introduced to them?
Education, education, education. We have embarked on so many education. If you guys are following NRA, you know that every Tuesday we are on AYV. We are on Radio Democracy 98.1. We talk about tax education. We are actually we have been to universities. We are collaborating with the African Development Bank to not only talk to business people, but we're also talking to potential taxpayers. Sometime last week, we went to Milton Magai, we went to FBC, we went to IPAM just to talk about tax education. So we are talking to not only current businesses, but we are also talking to potential taxpayers. So before we rolled out not only before we implemented the electronic cash machine, we also have our ITAS, which we have also implemented. So we have embarked, and we continue to embark on taxpayer education. We are actually even now in the process of, creating a taxpayer center, whereby if they're having challenges, they can come to that center and we can help them. We did that when we implemented, when we converted from Asikuda Plus to Asikuda World, where at the custom we had a training center where all the agents that were having difficulty with the new system that we implemented, we provided the environment to come and learn the system and get used to the system. And in no less than 2 weeks, once they got comfortable, they were on their own. And we are doing the same thing for the ECR. But it's not like we rolled it out without training. We have been training and we'll continue training and we'll continue sensitizing, not only here in Freetown, but also in the upcountry. I'm glad that someone here, we had someone from Bow. We have been to Bow several times, but that does not mean that when we go, the information goes wide and far. We'll continue doing that, but we have been sensitizing and we'll continue the sensitization.
Thank you.
Una self don't listen to the dialogue between the National Revenue Authority and the Sierra Leone Importers Association. The traders them don't raise the concerns we then get about the ITAS machine and the GST price we then talk say go up. Una don't listen also as the National Revenue Authority don't give response to all the concerns them with the people in raise. Remember, same way we begin the program can today. Your name na Konnah Sesay. They say tata, so we meet back to a new episode of Talk to the Camera.